Now the divine clock strikes. You are being released from spiritual confinement. The chains of fear, delay, and confusion are melting away. The door in front of you is glowing with a golden light. Step through it in your spirit. Michael is standing there, sword blazing, cutting away every remnant of pain that clung to your soul. You are being renewed. God says, "You are safe, my child. You will not fail. The storm will calm. The truth will rise. The miracle will arrive. And when it does, you will know that this message was not random. It was the divine whisper that changed your destiny. Trust, breathe, and let the angels do what they are sent to do. Heaven is with you. Michael is near. Your time has come. God says, "My beloved child, there is a light flickering beside you right now. It's not from the world you see. It's from the realm above, where angels move in divine formation, where Archangel Michael stands with his sword of fire and justice. Right now, he is calling your name, whispering urgently across the veil that separates heaven and earth. You might feel a shiver through your heart, a sudden quietness around you, or the sense that something greater is watching. Don't ignore it. It's not coincidence. It's divine timing. Michael is trying to speak to you, and what he is about to reveal could change everything you thought you knew about your path, your purpose, and your protection. You have only a short moment, my child. Heaven counts differently than man, but in your world, only 2 minutes remain before this portal closes, before the angels complete their message. Michael stands beside you, holding what looks like a scroll made of light. Upon it, your name shines brighter than the morning sun. He says, "Beloved, listen now. What we are about to tell you was hidden for your protection. The time has come to reveal it. You have been chosen for something rare, something the darkness tried to steal but could never destroy." Right now, Michael's voice echoes through the silence, firm but full of compassion. He says, "Do not fear what you cannot yet see. The things shifting in your life are not punishments, they are alignments. Heaven is repositioning everything around you. The people leaving are not abandoning you, they are being removed because their energy no longer fits the next chapter of your destiny. The doors that closed so painfully were not rejection, they were divine redirection. You were never forgotten. Every tear, every disappointment, every lonely night was seen by God Himself. The angels recorded your cries, and the Lord stored them in golden bottles of mercy. Now the air thickens, because the divine energy is rising. Archangel Michael continues, "There is someone who has tried to silence your purpose. Someone who whispered false words about you to dim your light. But heaven never allowed their lies to stick. Their words hit your aura, and the holy fire burned them to ashes. Every attack against you has been intercepted by the light of heaven. You are safe. You are protected. And soon, the truth will rise like dawn. God says, child, the battle that you thought would destroy you was never meant to destroy, it was meant to awaken. You were not supposed to break down, you were supposed to break open. You were supposed to discover who you really are, not through praise, but through pain. The wounds they caused you are now the very keys to your elevation. The scars you carry are sacred symbols of divine proof. You didn't survive by accident. You survived because heaven decided your story wasn't over yet. Archangel Michael is standing in your room right now, whether you can see him or not. His energy is wrapping around you like electric warmth. He says, you are not alone. I have been assigned to your soul since birth. Every accident you avoided, every storm you survived, every sudden miracle that saved you, it was me, guarding you on heaven's command. He pauses for a moment, then adds, I am not just your protector, I am your witness. I have seen your strength when you thought you had none. I have seen your prayers when your voice was shaking. I have carried your pain to the throne of God and said, Father, this one deserves peace. And God has heard. Beloved, you may not understand it, but heaven has been rearranging timelines for you. Certain meetings that seemed random were angelically orchestrated. Certain delays that frustrated you were divinely planned to protect you from unseen traps. You were never waiting in vain. You were being positioned. The miracles that have been pending are about to arrive like a flood, not because you demanded them, but because you endured with faith. God says, I am not a man that I should lie. What I promised you, I will fulfill. Michael now places his hand upon your shoulder. You may not feel a physical touch, but your spirit feels it, the sudden warmth, the light pressure, the tingling across your chest. That is not imagination, it's confirmation. He says, there is a breakthrough hovering above you, waiting for your yes. But heaven cannot override your free will. You must agree. You must speak aloud, even quietly, and say, God, I trust you. Those 3 words will unlock the seal that has been keeping your blessings hidden. God says, for too long, you've been surrounded by confusion, people pretending to love you, opportunities that seemed bright but collapsed at the last second. It was not your failure. It was my protection. I hid you in plain sight because not everyone could handle the light I placed in you. But now, I am uncovering you. I am lifting the veil. You will no longer walk unseen. I am about to announce you in places you didn't even know existed. Archangel Michael steps forward, his voice like thunder wrapped in compassion. There are spiritual forces that tried to stop this message from reaching you. They used distraction, delay, doubt, anything to keep you from hearing this moment. But the message has found you. The time has come. He raises his sword, made of white-blue flame, and declares, every curse, every blockage, every spiritual fog surrounding this child of light, be broken now, by divine order. You might feel your body shiver. That's the release. The invisible chains are snapping. Heaven is shifting the frequencies around you. God says, you thought you were losing, but you were being refined. You thought you were forgotten, but you were being remembered. You thought the silence meant abandonment, but the silence was the sound of me working behind the scenes. The angels are rejoicing right now, because you chose to stay faithful even when you couldn't see the end. Heaven never forgets endurance. Every time you said, God, I still trust you, it echoed across realms. Those words built a bridge between your pain and your promise. Michael leans close and whispers, your name has just been written on the new list of divine elevation. The same people who doubted you will witness your transformation. The same places that rejected you will call you back with honor. You will not have to chase, you will attract. You will not have to prove, your light will speak for you. God continues, beloved, I know how tired you are. You have carried burdens no one else understood. You have smiled while your heart was breaking. You have given even when you had nothing left. But now I say to you, rest. Not because you are weak, but because the battle is finished. What was sent to destroy you has already failed. You have crossed the line that darkness cannot pass. A wind stirs around you, subtle, but real. That is the movement of angels. They are adjusting your path, clearing obstacles, softening hearts, aligning circumstances. Heaven's logistics are in motion. God says, you will start seeing sudden signs, numbers repeating, feathers appearing, songs that seem to speak directly to you, dreams that feel too vivid to be random. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Archangel Michael speaks again, his tone firm but loving. There is a decision you've been hesitating to make. You've been asking heaven for a sign. This is it. Move forward. Trust the nudge in your heart. You will not fail. The same God who carried you through darkness will now lead you into light. God says, I am restoring what was stolen. I am rebuilding what was broken. I am redeeming what was lost. Every season of delay is turning into a season of delivery. The seeds you planted in tears will now rise in laughter. The favor that was blocked is being released. And those who tried to curse you will watch you be blessed. Archangel Michael's energy grows brighter, and he says, the reason this is urgent, beloved, is because the next 2 days of your life are crucial. You are standing at the edge of a divine shift. Heaven is waiting for your agreement. Speak words of faith now, even a whisper of trust will open doors. God's voice joins, soft yet immense, my child, you were never ordinary. You were born with a mark of light that darkness recognized long before you did. That is why the attacks came so fiercely. But every attack was proof of your power. You survived storms that others couldn't bear. You stood when others would have fallen. You believed even when nothing made sense. And because of that, heaven now moves on your behalf. The light around you grows intense, as if invisible wings are encircling you. Archangel Michael says, "We are sealing you now in divine protection. No weapon, no word, no witchcraft, no betrayal can touch your destiny. From this moment forward, you walk under heavenly shield." God whispers, "Do not fear tomorrow. I am already there. I am already working through people you have not met, preparing places you have not seen, and arranging miracles you did not even know you needed. You are safe, you are loved, you are chosen." Beloved, this message found you not by accident but by divine arrangement. Heaven has waited for this exact minute for your soul to awaken fully to its power. This is not a coincidence, it's a calling. Archangel Michael is still here, still waiting for your response. Speak your truth now. Say aloud, "God, I am ready. I trust you completely." The moment those words leave your lips, something invisible unlocks. The energy around you stabilizes. The angels rejoice. Michael smiles, lowering his sword, and says, "It is done." The seal is opened. The miracles are in motion. God ends with this promise: you will not walk in fear. You will walk in faith. You will not wander lost. You will walk in purpose. You will not beg for love. You will attract divine companionship. And from this night forward, everything that once worked against you will begin to work for you. Heaven stands in silence for a moment, watching you breathe in the holy air. Michael kneels beside you one last time and God says, "Listen very carefully, for this moment has been written into the divine timeline long before you were born." Archangel Michael is trying to reach you right now, urgently, desperately, with the full power of heaven moving through the air around you. The angels are forming a circle of light at this very instant, surrounding you with divine protection, whispering through the current of your heartbeat, "Open your heart now." Heaven is calling your name, not once but 3 times, and every time, the echo grows stronger. Something life-changing is unfolding in this moment, and you have only 2 minutes to respond with your spirit, because the decision you make now will set a new destiny in motion. The light around you is not random. It is the shield of Michael himself, his wings spread wide, casting away every form of darkness that tried to chain your mind in fear or confusion. He has been sent because there are forces that were secretly plotting against your peace, and their time has expired. Heaven has sounded the trumpet, and the voice of God has said, "Enough." You have endured sleepless nights, deep confusion, and unseen battles that made you question if God even remembered you. But today, the answer comes loud and clear. God has remembered every tear, every prayer, every sigh, and every silent cry. The angels are not distant, they are closer than your own breath. God says, you were never forgotten. You were being prepared. The storms you faced were not punishments, they were divine preparation for what is about to open in your life. The delay was not denial, it was divine timing arranging the miracle so perfectly that when it arrives, it will feel like heaven itself has bent down to kiss your forehead. You have 2 minutes to respond not by words, but by belief. Open your heart, lift your soul, and say quietly within, I am ready, Lord. I am listening. Because right now, Michael is descending closer than ever before. You may have noticed signs, sudden chills, lights flickering, random thoughts of peace mixed with urgency, or a soft whisper that says your name when no one is around. Those are not coincidences. Those are Michael's gentle signals, asking you to tune your spiritual ears. He has been fighting for you in realms unseen, blocking attacks, deflecting arrows of envy, jealousy, betrayal, and confusion sent your way. He has fought demons of delay that wanted to steal your opportunities. He has stood between you and disaster. But now, he is not just protecting, he is speaking. This message is the bridge between your old chapter and the one heaven is about to open. God says, do not be afraid. You may feel the weight of the world pressing against you, but that pressure is a sign that the breakthrough is imminent. When Michael appears, it is because heaven's court has made a decision, your case has been heard. Your name has been spoken before the throne. And God has ruled in your favor. The very hands that once tried to block your blessings will now tremble, for the divine hand is turning everything in your favor. You are about to witness what it means when God says, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Right now, Michael is holding a scroll, a glowing document with your name on it, written in golden letters. It carries heaven's new decree for your life. The decree says, this child shall rise. This child shall be restored. This child shall walk in abundance, peace, and divine victory. This child shall not fear any more. And as this scroll is opened in heaven, its light is traveling toward you, through this very message, filling your room with a frequency of hope. You may even feel warmth on your hands or a sudden calm, that is the angelic energy confirming that what is written is already in motion. God says, you are safe. Even when you don't understand what is happening, even when chaos seems louder than calm, your safety is not in what you see, it is in what surrounds you. Michael has positioned angels at every side of your life, before you, behind you, and beside you. Every evil plan that was being formed against your peace is now collapsing. The tables are turning with divine force. The very ones who spoke lies against you will be exposed. The energy that once felt heavy around you is lifting right now. Michael is saying, "Child of light, you must listen now. The time has come for you to believe again. You have prayed for signs, for confirmation, for evidence that heaven has not forgotten you. This is that sign." He says you have been standing on the edge of something extraordinary, but your doubts kept pulling you backward. You have seen opportunities come close and then fade away, as if something unseen blocked the flow. But what you didn't know was that the blockage was being fought in the spiritual realm. And now, Michael declares, the blockage is broken. The door is open. God says, it is time to move forward with faith. You cannot stay frozen in the old pain, the old fears, or the betrayal that once silenced your voice. What is coming next requires courage, and you already have it within you. The same power that raised Christ from the dead flows through you now. The same divine energy that commands the stars to shine is awakening your spirit to remember who you are, chosen, anointed, unstoppable. In the silence of your heart, heaven is waiting for your yes. The angels cannot force your destiny upon you, they can only guide you to it. This is why you must respond spiritually, not with panic, not with fear, but with surrender. Michael says, say yes to the divine plan. Say yes to God's will, even if you don't understand it all right now. Because once you say yes, 1,000 doors will begin to open in sequence. People who once ignored you will suddenly reach out. Opportunities that vanished will reappear. Unexpected money will begin to flow. Relationships that were toxic will dissolve, and peace will settle like morning dew over your life. God says, do not look back. The season of suffering is over. The lessons have been learned. The time for reaping has come. What was taken from you in the dark will be returned with interest in the light. There are blessings already in transit, contracts, favor, reconciliations, divine connections, all tied to this very moment. That is why heaven is urging you to act, to open your heart now, because timing is everything. The window of divine alignment is open for a brief period, and your awareness of it determines how fast it manifests. You are not reading these words by accident. The angels arranged for this message to reach you exactly at the right second. Michael himself stood behind your thoughts, guiding your eyes to this text, whispering, now. That's how heaven operates, subtly yet powerfully. The universe bends when God commands, and right now, everything is bending in your favor. Michael is reminding you that you are a warrior of light. You have survived battles others would not have endured. You have smiled through heartbreak, carried others when your own heart was breaking, and chosen kindness when life gave you cruelty. Heaven saw all of it. Nothing was wasted. Every scar you carry glows in heaven's light as proof that you were chosen not to break, but to transform. You are not cursed, you are called. You are not unlucky, you are being positioned. God says, the pain that broke you was the key that opened the door. You asked why people betrayed you, why friends turned into enemies, why love turned into silence. It was not punishment, it was purification. I was removing people who could not travel where I'm taking you next. I was protecting you from hidden sabotage. You thought you were losing people, but you were being saved from deception. What you call rejection, heaven calls redirection. Michael says, do not delay your response. Heaven's energy is strongest when received in belief. You have 2 minutes to activate this message with your faith. Right now, whisper, I receive. Feel those words move through your being like light filling every cell. That is how miracles begin, not in thunder, but in surrender. The angels are rejoicing already, because you have found your moment. You have reached the turning point where the future unfolds differently. God says, I am removing what was blocking your blessings. I am rewriting your story. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust the process. Every small change in your environment now is part of a divine orchestration. You will soon look back and realize that this was the moment when everything quietly shifted. God says, you are chosen to carry light into dark places. That is why the darkness tried to break you first. Michael has been commanding legions of angels to stand guard around you because you have a divine purpose that must be fulfilled. Your gifts, your voice, your compassion, they are not ordinary. They are part of heaven's strategy to heal others through you. Every trial has shaped you into the vessel heaven needs for this time. God says, my beloved child, Archangel Michael is standing beside you right now, his wings spread wide like a shield of divine fire, and his voice trembles with urgency as he calls your name. You can't hear it with your physical ears yet, but your spirit knows, your heart is already reacting. That feeling in your chest, that sudden rush of energy, that shiver in your spine, it's not random. It's him. It's Michael. He's trying to speak to you right now, because there is something unfolding in your destiny that cannot wait. Heaven has been watching, waiting, and aligning this exact moment for you. You have only a short time, 2 minutes in the realm of spirit, to open your heart, to say, yes, I am listening, because what's being revealed now could change everything about your future. You may not realize how close you are to the edge of a divine breakthrough. For so long you have been tested, pushed, and almost broken by unseen battles. You've cried in silence, asking why the delays, why the betrayal, why the loneliness. But every tear you cried became a weapon in heaven's hands. And now Michael comes as the messenger of God's final word in this season of your life. It's not over, it's about to begin. Something that has been hidden from you is about to be exposed, and someone who thought they could silence your light is about to face divine judgment. God has seen everything. He's seen who spoke your name in dark rooms, who planned things behind your back, and who smiled while secretly hoping you'd fail. Archangel Michael's sword is drawn. His presence is electric in the spirit. He says, "Child of the Most High, there's no time left to hesitate. The window is small. You must listen now. These words are not meant to frighten you, they're meant to awaken you. Because heaven has sent the final warning and the final promise at once. The warning: if you keep doubting your own worth, if you keep allowing fear to silence you, you will miss what is already written for you. The promise: if you respond now, if you open your heart and say, "God, I trust you completely," then doors that were locked for years will open in seconds. Michael says your prayers were never ignored. Every word you whispered in despair was recorded in the golden archives of heaven. There were moments you felt unheard, but angels were dispatched immediately. The enemy tried to intercept them. That's why you faced so many delays. Every spiritual attack you've endured was not random, it was an attempt to stop this very moment. Because what's happening now is a divine reset. Heaven has decided to rewrite the end of your story. You have been chosen to carry a light that terrifies darkness. That's why people misunderstand you. That's why you face jealousy without reason, rejection without cause. You are not cursed, you are set apart. Michael says, your pain was a signal that your power was waking up. The people who hurt you were instruments to sharpen your discernment. You don't need revenge, heaven is already handling justice. You just need to stand still and let God complete what He started. Right now, heaven's clock is ticking. 2 minutes in the spiritual realm means urgency, an energy shift that requires immediate attention. The divine frequency around you is changing. Can you feel it? That trembling in your soul, that sudden urge to pray or cry, that's the Spirit moving. Archangel Michael says, respond with faith, not fear. Say yes to God's plan even if you can't see it. Because your next blessing is not waiting for tomorrow, it's already descending like rain around you, waiting for your agreement. God knows you're tired. He knows you've been pretending to be strong while feeling shattered inside. But He's saying, you are not forgotten. You are not alone. He has seen the nights when you couldn't sleep because of worry. He saw when you said, God, if you're real, show me. This message is your answer. This is heaven's reply. You asked for a sign, and this is it. The reason Michael's voice feels so urgent is because the moment of your transformation is dangerously close. There are forces that don't want you to reach it, that's why everything feels chaotic. But chaos is always the last sign before creation. The energy of your life is shifting. God says your name has been spoken in a meeting in heaven. Angels gathered around the throne, discussing your purpose, your trials, and your reward. They reviewed every tear, every disappointment, every heartbreak, and heaven voted unanimously, it's time. That's why Archangel Michael was sent. He is heaven's enforcer, the commander of the angelic armies, and when he appears, it means no more delays. It means divine order is being restored in your life. You are standing at the threshold of a major miracle. Michael says, "Child, the battle was never about your past, it was about your future. The enemy saw your potential long before you did. He knew that if you ever realized how powerful your prayers are, his schemes would fail. That's why he attacked your confidence. That's why he sent confusion. But now, heaven is correcting the narrative. Every lie spoken against you is losing its power. Every door slammed in your face is about to reopen with divine favor. God says, you have carried enough. The burdens, the memories, the guilt, the fear, let them go. Archangel Michael is here to cut every spiritual chain that still binds you. You may not see them, but they've been holding you back, doubts, trauma, resentment. Right now, his sword of light is slicing through them. You'll start to feel lighter, freer, more open. That's the sign that your deliverance is real. In the spirit realm, there's a battle happening around your name. Angels are surrounding you, creating a circle of protection. Michael stands at the front, holding the shield of God. He's saying, you are safe now. Whatever danger was planned against you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, it has already been intercepted. Heaven has issued an arrest warrant for the darkness that tried to harm you. What was meant for your destruction will become the foundation of your elevation. God says, I am turning everything. The betrayal will lead to blessing. The loss will lead to legacy. The rejection will redirect you to destiny. You are about to understand why it had to happen this way. You are being positioned in a way that will shock even you. People will ask, how did they survive that? How did they rise after all that pain? And your only answer will be, because God was with me. Michael whispers now, softly but firmly, this is not just a message. It's an instruction. God wants you to pray right now. Not out of fear, but out of surrender. Close your eyes and breathe. Say, God, I'm listening. I'm ready. That act alone will shift the atmosphere. Because heaven responds to permission. God has the power, but he waits for your yes. That's why Michael's words sound like thunder in your soul, because heaven is waiting for your agreement to release what's already yours. There's someone you've been thinking about lately, someone connected to your pain. You've been unsure whether to let go or reach out. God says, release them into my hands. Don't carry what isn't yours anymore. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because your spirit deserves peace. Archangel Michael is helping you release every spiritual tie that doesn't serve your purpose anymore. He's whispering, "You are free. You are chosen. You are rising." You may feel like you've lost time, like life passed you by while you were waiting for something to change. But heaven operates outside of time. God says He's redeeming the years that were stolen. Opportunities that slipped away will return multiplied. You'll look back soon and realize nothing was wasted. Every detour was divine redirection. Every delay was preparation. Michael says, "The ones who underestimated you will witness your divine comeback. The same mouths that spoke against you will speak blessings over you. The same eyes that rolled with judgment will watch your elevation in awe. You won't need to prove yourself. God Himself will vindicate you publicly. That's why He's urging you to stay calm. Don't react. Don't explain. Just trust. The angels are working behind the scenes, rearranging things in your favor. A message, a call, or an opportunity will arrive soon, something that seems small but holds divine significance. Don't ignore it. It's the key that unlocks the next chapter. And when it comes, you'll feel peace in your spirit. That's how you'll know it's from God. Michael also wants to warn you gently, be careful who you tell your plans to. Not everyone who listens prays for you. Some pretend to care but secretly compete. That's why God kept certain things hidden until now. Protection often looks like rejection. You thought they were abandoning you, but heaven was shielding you. You are entering a new frequency now, one of abundance, clarity, and divine authority. You'll notice signs, repeating numbers, unexpected encounters, dreams that feel too real to be coincidence. These are confirmations from heaven that you're aligned. When you see them, whisper, "Thank you, God." That simple gratitude activates more blessings. Michael says, "Remember, fear delays what faith delivers." So, don't overthink this moment. Just respond. Open your heart, say yes, and allow God to lead. You don't have to understand everything, you just have to trust that the one who created the stars also orchestrates your story. God says, "You are mine. You are protected. You are loved beyond measure. You were never meant to live small. The same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. That's why the enemy fears you, because when you finally realize who you are, you become unstoppable. Heaven is counting on you to rise. So, beloved, take a deep breath. Feel the warmth around you. That's Michael's presence, wrapping you in divine security. Whisper this prayer, "God, I surrender completely. I trust you. Let your will be done in my life." As you say those words, heaven moves. Your path clears. The impossible begins to rearrange itself in your favor. You are no longer standing in the shadow of fear. You are stepping into the light of destiny. Archangel Michael stands guard, his sword flaming with the glory of God. The countdown in heaven has begun, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. The miracle you've been waiting for has already started forming. It's closer than you think. God says, stay calm, stay faithful, stay open. You are safe. You are loved. You are chosen for this moment. What's coming will not harm you, it will heal you. The storm was only proof that the blessing was real. And now, in this sacred moment, heaven declares, your story is changing forever. Respond now, in your heart, in your prayer, in your faith, because the next 2 minutes in heaven are being written for you. Trust God. Pray. Believe. And know this, Archangel Michael has spoken, and what he speaks cannot be undone. You are protected, you are blessed, and your miracle has already begun. God says, my beloved child, listen carefully. Archangel Michael is trying to speak to you right now. It is an emergency. You have only a few moments to open your heart, to receive what heaven is pouring into your spirit. This is not an ordinary message, this is not a coincidence. Something in the unseen realm has shifted, and the heavens have aligned for this divine communication to reach you at this exact moment. Your angels have been waiting for you to notice the signs, the sudden chills, the flicker of lights, the way your heart beats faster when you feel that invisible presence around you. That is Michael's signal. He is calling your spirit to attention, trying to deliver a heavenly revelation that could change the entire direction of your life forever. God says, do not be afraid. You are safe. I am with you. Rest assured that nothing will go wrong for those who place their trust in me. The urgency you feel is not fear, it is divine timing pulling you toward your destiny. The gates of transformation are opening, and I have chosen this very minute to reveal something that you have prayed for, cried for, and waited for so long. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, his wings outstretched, his sword of light glowing with the fire of divine protection. He is not coming to warn you of destruction, he is coming to reveal redemption. He is coming to tell you that something long hidden in darkness is about to be brought to light. My child, there is a reason this message found you at this precise time. You were meant to read this when your spirit was weary, when you felt that life's battles had drained your strength. Heaven has watched your tears fall silently at night, and the angels have recorded every cry, every whispered prayer that came from your trembling lips. I saw the moments you felt alone, the hours when no one understood the storm that was raging inside you. But heaven understood. The divine realm never abandoned you, they were preparing the greatest turnaround of your life. Archangel Michael has been dispatched by my command. His message is not to frighten you but to awaken you. He is saying, "Beloved soul, your name was just spoken in the courts of heaven. God has remembered you. A decision has been made in your favor. But you must listen now, for the window of grace is open only for a short time. Respond with faith, not fear. Speak yes to the divine plan that is unfolding." My dear one, you have reached a threshold. The doors that were once locked are trembling under the weight of your faith. Every obstacle that seemed unmovable is about to shift, because the command has been given in heaven, "Let it be opened." I, the Lord, have seen the pain of your waiting, the betrayal you endured, the confusion you faced. You thought no one saw what was happening behind closed doors, but I did. Every injustice, every deception, every manipulation, heaven saw it all. But I have kept silent for a time, for my timing is perfect. Now that time has come. The truth will be exposed, and those who plotted against you will watch as I raise you higher than they ever imagined possible. Archangel Michael stands before you now in spirit, holding a radiant scroll with your name written in golden light. That scroll contains your destiny, promises I made to you long before you were born. You were not created to be broken. You were created to be a vessel of divine power. Every heartbreak was training your soul for compassion. Every delay was sculpting your patience. Every setback was shaping your strength. You were never being punished, you were being prepared. God says, "Listen, something is shifting even as you read this." You may feel it as a sudden warmth across your chest,